Good morning, everybody. That was pretty weak. Let's try that one more time. Good morning, everybody. Awesome. First and foremost, I just want to say how good it feels to be home. Some of the happiest moments of my childhood took place within these walls. Whenever Sacred Heart School crosses my mind, I can't help but look back and reminisce on all the experiences I had in this building with the people I met here, which truly shaped me into the man that stands here before you today. It wasn't that long ago, or at least it doesn't feel that long ago, that I was sitting right where you young men and women are. Where's my 8th graders? In the back. Jeez. Worst seats in the house. All right, let me ask you this. When was the oldest person in your class born? Like what year? 2000? What month? What month? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up. March? All right, thankfully I was still here at that time, so I don't feel that old anymore. Thank you. Jeez, okay, I am feeling a little old though. So let me ask you guys a question, another question. Who here has a smartphone? Oh my God. It's mostly this side of the room. Jeez. Now, back in my day, if one person in my class had a beeper, they were super cool. The teachers were laughing, and you guys were all looking at me like, what's a beeper? Ask your teachers later. Anyway, let me properly introduce myself. My name is Mike, and I'm 28 years old. Just like a lot of you, I grew up in Lyndhurst. I lived on Stuyvesant Avenue on the corner of Post. I'd like to think I was a regular kid. I played video games, I rode my bike, I ate Chris's pizza whenever I could scrape $1 from my dad's wallet. That's right, pizza was $1. Can you believe that? I know. Although, there was something a little bit different about me. I was born with ADHD, which stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Long story short, it's a learning disability. It basically keeps my energy levels super high, as I'm sure you could tell. I was diagnosed at age 4, and I was placed on a medication called Ritalin, which I took until I was 21 years old. I'm sure some of you sitting here today probably take it too. While Ritalin really helped me focus in school, it had its side effects, one of which made me never feel hungry. I struggled to eat and barely made it through 3 small meals a day. As a result, I was super skinny. Puberty set in around age 12, and now I was a 6-foot twig with glasses and braces. It was pretty safe to say I was an easy target. I went to Franklin School on Stuyvesant Avenue from the middle of 2nd grade through 6th grade. I really loved it there at first. It was pretty much across the street from my house, and back then at least, we had a 1-hour and 15-minute lunch break. I would spend that time eating Lunchables and watching Nickelodeon every day. Good times. During 5th grade, things started to change. I started to get picked on nonstop. There was one boy in particular who was the ringleader of my torture. We'll call him Roger Klotz. Believe it or not, Roger Klotz and I were friends at one point. We both liked WWE. It felt like it happened overnight where he turned his back on me. Sorry, I lost my spot. He started to make fun how I dressed, how I looked, and pretty much everything else under the sun. He was a lot bigger than I was, and as a result, really intimidated me. He hung around a bunch of guys equally as big and equally as mean. Every time they walked by me, I would get shoved or my books would get knocked over. I was always afraid of raising my hand in class because if I got an answer wrong, I'd be called stupid and the snickering would begin. I actually have a picture of Roger Klotz and the other bullies I hung around with. I hope he doesn't get mad that I called him. Let me take care of this for you guys. This is Roger Klotz. I hated his big, green, dumb face and his stupid orange hair. This is how I remember him as a kid. I really hated him. I have some other photos of Roger that I'll share. This is Roger laughing at me. This is Roger calling me a loser to my face. And this is Roger's gang. Look, look how stupid they all look, right? Big, dumb face. That's pretty much the face they had in school when they were asked what 1 + 1 was. I'm going to leave that up there. Dumb. Let me get some water really quick, too. Still recording? We're good? Okay. By the time 6th grade rolled around, things got way worse. I went home in tears every single day. There are certain memories that will always remain in my heart, no matter how much time has passed. One day, I came home from school and noticed I had gotten mail. Now at that age, and I'm sure you guys can relate, the only mail I ever got was birthday cards. Being that my birthday is in August and it was November, I was pretty excited. Jeez, I got mail, this is awesome. I opened up the envelope and inside was a piece of loose leaf with pictures of letters cut out from different magazines glued to the paper, forming different words. I will never forget what it said. Mike T. wears panties. I can laugh about it now, but man, did I cry my eyes out. Why would somebody be so cruel to me? This is just one example of the many things I went through when I was your age. I went to school the next day and told my 2 best friends what had happened and that I was planning on going to the police. Later that afternoon, my doorbell rang. Ding dong. I answered the door, and who was there? My 2 best friends and their parents. Guess who wrote me that awful letter? They did. I was completely crushed. I couldn't believe it. It seemed like everyone hated me. I had absolutely no friends, and I was very lonely. I sat in my room every day after school by myself because I didn't want to do the things that I enjoyed. I couldn't even hang out in my front yard without being picked on. I once was playing with my neighbor's cat, whose name was Cougar, when a car full of kids my age rolled their windows down and called me a faggot. These memories stay with you for the long haul. There seemed to be no escape from the name-calling and the torture. I was so scared to go to school. Every day felt like it was worse than the day before. I'd pretend to be sick. I'd do anything I could to not have to endure another day at school. Then it happened. I'm going to share something with you guys that I've never told anyone before in my entire life. I'll never forget it as long as I live. I sat in my dining room alone and I stared at the table. Every sound in the house, from my dog barking to my mom's television, was completely blocked out of my head. In this silence, I thought to myself, no one cares about me. I think the world would be a better place without me in it. I really don't think anyone would care if I just disappeared forever. I contemplated hurting myself. I contemplated committing suicide. For those of you who don't know what I'm trying to say, I thought about killing myself. I absolutely hate thinking about that night because it was one of the weakest moments of my life. I felt like there was no other option and that the only escape from the pain I endured every day at school was to end my life. Boy, was I wrong. As you can see, I'm still here, and thankfully I never went down that road. There are many reasons for that. For starters, my parents took me out of public school and placed me here. I got into activities that kept my mind off things, and I found things that I was good at. Does anyone here belong to the Sacred Heart School track team? Cool. Do you want to know something really cool? My dad started that team in 1999 so that I could make friends. Running helped me express myself because I was good at it. People started to see me for who I really was. My personality was able to shine, and I was finally able to be myself. For the first time in my life, I felt accepted. I've always believed that hard work and dedication towards positive goals were the key to success. I'm going to take a quick water break, guys. Give me 1 second. I wish there was a cup holder on this thing. Anyway, I asked you all to fill out a survey a few weeks ago. Thank you for doing that for me. I read every single one. Even though we grew up in a different era, you have no idea how much we have in common. One girl wrote that being bullied made her feel like garbage. I've been there. Someone said that being bullied made them feel lonely. Yes, I've been there too. Some of your classmates wrote to me that they felt insecure, embarrassed, and afraid to be themselves. Yes, I've been there. However, one of your classmates touched me. I read one letter and I had to put it down because it made me cry. One of the 5th graders in this room wrote that being bullied not only made them feel horrible, but that they were not good enough for God. Let me repeat that. Not good enough for God. I can't even begin to tell you how wrong you are, brother. I stand up here today as the voice of the voiceless. I want you to know, I want you all to know, that through God, you are more powerful than you can ever imagine. Whether or not you believe that, I want you to know that I believe in you. There used to be a gigantic poster, older than me, probably older than Jesus himself, that hung right here and said, best school, best teachers, best students. It's true, it was. It was right there. I don't know where the heck it went. It wasn't lying. As a result of being bullied when I was your age, my self-esteem was in the toilet for many years. My best friend of 14 years has always said to me, Mike, you are so money, you don't even know it. I didn't believe him. How could I be worth anything? Roger Klotz and pretty much all of my Franklin School classmates made me feel like a worthless piece of garbage who was not capable of doing any good for myself, let alone the world. Do you want to know what I say to that now? Believe in the power of your dreams. Does anyone here like WWE? All right, there's a few hands. Good. No, don't be afraid. You can raise your hand. Yeah, that guy, he's waved it really quick. I like that. All right, well, I'm not afraid to raise my hand because you know what? I love it. I've been a fan forever. Sadly, since before most of you were born. My favorite wrestler is The Rock. He's actually my hero for many reasons. That's right, you can raise, that's right, clap your hand. Show respect to the legend. WWE was my escape from the real world. As much as I love fighting, there's something about the storytelling that has always drawn me in. I've drawn inspiration on many occasions from The Rock, overcoming the biggest odds to defeat his evil rivals. When I felt like there was no hope, I'd watch wrestling on Monday nights, and he gave me a reason to believe. Believe that the future was going to be bright and worth waiting for. He also made me believe the greatest things in life were worth fighting for, and no matter what obstacle was placed in front of me. He sure was right. This is a picture of me as a kid. Look at those muscles, jeez. All the girls like that, right? I'm just kidding. This is my cartoon representation of myself. Oof. This is really me. This is me on my 20th birthday. Believe it or not, this is me. OMG, right? Good Lord. I shake my head every time I see this picture. This is the face of ADHD and hunger. I mean, really, look at me. I need a sandwich or 3. Good Lord. At the time this picture was taken, I weighed about 100 pounds of nothing, soaking wet. Anyway, after being skinny for so many years, I began to accept it. I was always the little guy. Even into my 20s, I was still getting bullied and pushed around. No matter what I did, nothing ever worked. I never gave up, though. I kept dreaming of looking like The Rock. What kept me going was the concept that cowards never start, the weak never finish, and winners never quit. I look around this room and I see over 100 winners. I'm a winner too. When I was 24, I made a life-changing decision. Come hell or high water, I was going to get the body I always wanted. So I joined the gym. Through hard work and persistence, I've gained around 30 pounds and counting. I'm no longer the little guy. You can get whatever you want in life. The only thing stopping you is how bad you want it. How much time and energy are you willing to invest in something you say you want? With that being said, to anyone out here who's being bullied, please, please hold on. I promise you, the best in life is yet to come. If you are in pain and you feel there's no hope, talk to your teachers, talk to your parents, your grandparents, even those police officers who were here this morning for that weird drill. I don't know what's going on here anymore. There are so many options. I've been in your shoes, and trust me, I know what it's like. The reason I'm here today is because lately I've been reading a lot of stories about kids your age committing suicide, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Someone needs to put their foot down, and if me talking to you all today could even help one person, then I've done some good. As you grow older, you learn about how messed up this world is. Let me tell you something the newspapers won't print for you to read. One day, you're going to fall in love. One day, you're going to find out what your passion is in life. And just like that, with a snap of your fingers, your whole perspective on life is going to change. One day, you're going to step out of your house and gaze at a sunset so beautiful, it's going to take your breath away. These are moments I never would have experienced if I let a bunch of selfish, immature, stupid bullies get the best of me. You are all beautiful and intelligent. The next 10 years of your life are going to be full of wonder. I can sit here all day and tell you how awesome life gets. The best part of growing up is growing up. Channel those negatives into positives. Bullies are insecure about themselves, and quite frankly, are weak people with low self-esteem. They know you're awesome, and quite frankly, they know your success will only rise over time. They are what I like to call haters. Keep drinking that haterade, bullies. Let me get a quick sip of water. My mouth gets really dry really fast. To the bullies in the room, you know who you are. You have no idea how much damage you are doing to those you are mean to. Whether it's writing something mean on Facebook or literally shoving someone to the floor, what you are doing is wrong on so many levels. There's an old saying that goes, don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. You have no idea what that person you are being mean to has to deal with at home or outside of school. Why are you throwing a heavy load on their back? Gaining pleasure from one's suffering is truly sad. You must be really empty on the inside to feel that way. One challenge this generation faces that I didn't have to deal with is the birth of social media. I'm talking about your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your Vines, and everything else out there on the web. Bullying is no longer so transparent. It's not always someone walking up to you in the hallway and pushing you. It's morphed into someone writing a nasty tweet about you and tagging it for everyone to see. Someone uploading an embarrassing video of you on Instagram. The world of internet bullying has opened up new doors for harassment. The scars from punches and kicks are very visible on the outside, and you can clearly see when they heal. However, the internal scars from cyberbullying stay with you. If I wrote something nasty on your Facebook page, you can go back and reread it 1,000 times. The pain lingers. Think about the consequences of your actions. If Roger were here today, I'd forgive him. My life is so awesome that I'd borderline thank him for inspiring me to work so hard. But let's not get carried away. He was a really, really big jerk. Question for you guys. Who here has a person in their life that they love so much, whether it be a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, or an uncle? Raise your hands. Let me see them. That's right. You better raise your hand. Everybody here has somebody they love. Everyone. Now, imagine this. Imagine that person you love getting bullied and hurt by someone acting out just like you do, and you are absolutely powerless to stop it. I'm serious. Really think about it for a second. How angry does that make you? Let that sink in for a second. Has anyone here ever heard about the ice bucket challenge? Yeah, of course you did. Why are you dancing? What? Yeah. Oh, you took it, huh? You should be real proud of yourself. Well, here's a challenge for you. I call it the Be a Friend Challenge. Instead of dumping ice water on your head, be nice to someone you normally wouldn't think to be nice to. Whether it's the boy with braces, the girl with glasses, or the dude who needs a couple of sandwiches. Be nice to that guy. He really needs it. Jeez. Who are you? Look at my Adam's apple. I could poke somebody's eye out with that thing. And that's an extra small shirt, mind you. Extra small, and it's big. Not as big as my head, though. I look like I don't know what I look like. Oof. I want to burn this picture. Reach out. I guarantee you won't regret it. Heck, you may even be saving somebody's life with a random act of kindness. Everyone here, I want to tell you something. You all have a superpower, whether you know it or not. You have the incredible ability to light up someone's life by being kind. Let me tell you, kindness goes a long way. I wouldn't be here where I am if it weren't for the kindness of the people that I met in this very building. My life forever changed when I walked through these doors 16 years ago. My first friend, Ashley, is sitting in the back. Oh, she's standing. I wrote it down as sitting. She's standing right in the back of this room. Ash, raise your hand. She's been my cheerleader since day one, and I love her dearly. The friendships you make in this building could be lifelong. It's pretty cool that I have someone in my life who's known me since I was 12. And yes, she's the one who took this god-awful picture. And I just realized on the way here today, I'm wearing a bandana. I can't even begin to explain why I'm wearing a bandana. I think I was at a pirate party. That's another story for a different day. So anyway, remember how I said The Rock is my hero? Like I mentioned earlier, wrestling was my escape from the real world. When I got to high school, I decided to make it a career. Let's not get this twisted though. I don't mean fighting. I mean because obviously I was way too skinny. My wrestling name would have been Bones or something. Totally intimidating, right? Jeez. I actually wanted to be behind the camera. All throughout high school, which by the way was Paramus Catholic. Any of my 8th graders considering it next year? Yeah! Awesome. You're going to love Paramus Catholic. Tell Ryan Casey Mike sent you. Anywho, all throughout high school and college, I had this vision that I'd make films and I'd edit videos. I stuck to my dreams. I worked tirelessly, and I'm proud to say that my journey has taken me to the world of TV. Today, I'm a producer for NBC. That's Channel 4 for those of you who don't know. I do some really cool stuff sometimes, like I interview celebrities. And I have my hand in making the television programming that you watch every single day. Like I said earlier, you could do whatever you dream as long as you want it and you work for it. As for Roger Klotz and the other bullies, I have no idea what they're doing these days. Probably picking up dog poop or something. I really don't care. Dedication to Roger Klotz. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I've never hit any of my bullies. My accomplishments have knocked them flat on their butts. Violence never achieves anything. Kill your enemies with success and bury them with a smile. Over the last few years, not only have I gained 30+ pounds, I've gained something far more valuable: a college degree, respect for myself, and through hard work, a future so bright, I need to wear shades. Let me show you guys something. Two things. Whoop. I'm going to keep this disgusting photo of me up. Notice how it's called skinny.jpg. Yeah, look at that arm. Woo! Look at that thing. Couldn't feed a baby with that. Clearly I'm suited up today, but I want to show you something. This was me a couple of weeks ago before I went on vacation. That's the same arm in the picture on the right. You could do anything if you put your mind to it, and if you want to put the work in. That's my gym selfie. No filter, hashtag. And you know what? Dream real big. Don't let anybody stop you. Because you know what I did in July? I met The Rock. That's right. Give it up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not done yet, but thank you. Like I said, I work for NBC. And I've been begging the staff of the Today Show to book him for the last 3 years. And they finally did. I had 30 seconds with them. We took this picture. I'm obviously bigger than him now, clearly. I wrote him a letter, a one-page letter, and I told him my story. And I thanked him for what he's done for me, because he has no idea what he's done for me. And you know what? He tweeted me on Twitter. How cool is that? I totally screenshotted it and saved it. Yeah! So speaking of futures, your future is bright too. Your parents sure put you in the right place to get your education. Now is your time to shine. I'm a veteran in the war against bullies. I'm a survivor. You could be too. I stand here today unbroken and inspired. My uncle once told me that all bad things must come to an end. He was right. Keep your heads up and always march towards the sun. I am so proud to be a member of the great Sacred Heart School class of 2000. My picture hangs somewhere in these halls twice. Look for my big head. I look in the back, and besides Ashley, my former classmates Joe and Chris are here to support me. What's up, dudes? Hey. How you doing, Joe? I'm doing good, thanks. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my former classmates. They saved my life. And I can never thank them enough for accepting me into the Sacred Heart family. Let me repeat that. They saved my life. Remember that the next time you're meeting someone. Like I said earlier, a small act of kindness goes a long way. Before I go, I want to leave you with this. Work hard, never surrender, dream the impossible, seek the unknown, and achieve greatness. My name is Mike Tomczyk. Thank you so much for your time today. God bless you all, and have a great day, everybody. I'm not picking that up.